Hi everyone, it's Carly from Project Heal. I was going to write a post on my website, but I felt that I needed to make a video to kind of speak to everyone about what's happened over the last 24 hours. So I've actually written something that I'm going to read out, because if I don't read it, I will forget what I wanted to say. So here we go. When I first created Capture Your Grief, my vision was for myself to document my grief and healing for a month. It was a way for me to explore my grief on a deeper level. I spoke to a few friends who all said that they would love to take part as well. I then decided to make the project public. Last year, so many people from the community took part, and it was amazing to see such an outpouring of love and emotion. I remember thinking at the time that even though this project was for healing purposes, it was also a great way to break the silence surrounding the death of babies and children. Last year was no different. We had triple the amount of people that we had last year taking part. People were so passionate with their posts, and so many of us wore our hearts on our sleeves. In the first 30 days, I only had one reported incident of someone leaving a message of hate. As unfortunate as that was, I was not surprised, as I kind of expected that it would happen at some point. Last night as I went to sleep, I was so thankful that the project had been so successful, and that the impact that it had on people was a really positive one. People were able to speak openly about their children without being hurt or ridiculed. To me, that was a miracle. It was to my horror that I woke this morning to find that things were going horribly wrong on the event page. On the very last day, everything seemed to fall apart. A lovely mother posted a photograph of her precious son. Overnight, the photo went viral with over 98,000 people liking the image. This meant that the photograph ended up on 98,000 people's news feeds. With literally millions of people seeing this photo, we had 44,500 comments just on that one image, most of which were nasty. The people who decided to troll this image then moved on to other photos throughout the event, and it became out of hand really quickly. I know that there are many people out there who are upset at Facebook for deleting images from our event page. I understand that because these are photos of our beautiful children, we automatically become defensive, and it's easy to get angry at Facebook. The truth is, though, that Facebook is not against families sharing images of their children. If they were, they would shut down all of our groups and pages that share these sorts of images. They were not offended by the photos of our babies. What they found to be offensive were the words that people exchanged in comments beneath these photos. They deleted images to stop people from hurting each other. At the end of the day, it was so out of control, I would have had to have no other option but to delete the entire event myself. Unfortunately, there was no other way for this to be sorted out. So please, don't be hurt by the solution that was chosen. Don't take offense to Facebook. They just needed to end it for the sake of everyone involved, and they needed to do it quickly. We need Facebook. They play a huge role in helping us to break the silence. Just think about how you found out about certain groups, or how many times you've clicked on that share button. Social media is a valuable source and tool to us all. If I've learned anything today, it is that we as a society have so much further to go than I ever imagined when it comes to breaking the silence surrounding the death of babies and children. I'm saddened to think that people are so afraid and disturbed by death. We all die, young or old, it doesn't matter. I've never taken part in an angry protest before, and today confirms that I would never want to. When we speak hate to each other, it just becomes this intense noise, and in the end nobody can hear anything because we're all just screaming at each other, and our purpose to break the silence is lost. We all just need to take a step back, calm down for a minute, and work out how we can move on from this. We could all turn around and hate on society and turn our back on anyone who is not bereaved, but that will only isolate us more. I am fortunate enough to have a thick skin. Don't get me wrong, the events of today really hurt, but I took a step back, took a few deep breaths, and asked myself, what can I learn from this experience, and how can I use this situation for the greater good? Whenever there is great change in society, there is always unrest. This has to be expected, and today is a classic example of that. What matters now is how we pick ourselves up from this experience. I am not disheartened by the events that have unfolded over the last day. If anything, I'm inspired. I stand stronger, knowing that the mission I work for is so extremely important. I will continue to participate in movements of peace. I will continue to speak about these babies with love and kindness, and I will always invite people to join me. For those of you who feel that their Capture Your Grief experience has been ruined or your healing has been ripped from your hands, I ask you to take a moment to think about your experience. No one can take this healing experience away from you unless you allow them to. Stand strong knowing that because you spoke openly about your experience, you made a healing impact on so many lives. My inbox is filled with thank you messages from people from all over the world who did not feel strong enough to take part this year. So they sat back and read all of your experiences instead. For some people, they felt understood and accepted for the first time ever. What a gift it is that you have given to these people. You have all opened up conversations and made people realize that it is acceptable to speak about death. It is okay for us to mourn and continue to love these babies. To break the silence, you do not have to run a large charity or an organization or have a huge following. Breaking the silence does not come down to the number of people who like your Facebook page or what color a ribbon is. Breaking the silence starts with conversations with your closest loved ones. It starts in homes, it happens in our communities, workplaces and schools. We just need to start by speaking love to our loved ones. They will speak love to their loved ones, and so on. Collectively, we are a creative and organic community working together to make a change in society. We all matter. A peaceful change is a possible answer here. There are always going to be people who are afraid or feel confronted by our grief. They in return may be unkind to us, but we do not need to retaliate. Retaliating just adds fuel to the fire. So please, stand strong, be kind, speak love, and be an example of peace to honour your own children. Whether you posted every day, chose a few days to take part in, or just sat back and read along, I thank you all from the bottom of my heart for taking part in my project and for spreading the word. To everyone who has extended their love, support and encouragement to myself and my family, at this time I cannot put into words just how thankful I am. I wish you all love and peace always. Thank you.